What is the Neo Broadcast Edit? Well, it's a fan edit I created in my spare time. It's essentially Dragon Ball Z episodes, but rescored to feel like the original broadcast version that was on Cartoon Network Toonami. I was a big fan of the show growing up. It used to play on TV after school every day. It was the coolest show, everyone watched it. But one of the best parts about the show that no one seemed to ever address that I loved was the music. It was awesome. It was so rockin' and cool, and it always got you pumped for all the fight scenes and even hit all the right comedic beats. It was so memorable and so many endless tracks that conveyed so many endless emotions. I loved it. Back when Dragon Ball Z first aired in America in 1996, the English dubbing studio that released the show was run by the Ocean Dub Group.
It's my dad! Hey, Goku! So we meet at last. We've been expecting you, Kakarot.
The Canadian group dubbed the first 2 seasons of Dragon Ball Z for North America, all the way up to episode 56, when the show was cancelled. After a year of being dead, reruns that aired on Cartoon Network increased the show's popularity until it was picked up for a 3rd season in '98. When the show returned in 1999, the new voice talent came from Funimation and its newly founded dubbing studio.
Come on, Vegeta. Is that all you've got? I'm just getting warmed down.
The in-house talent would be there to stay and would set the bar for the rest of the series, all of the movies, Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball GT, and numerous video game and spin-off titles. With the new dub broadcasted through America came a rocking new musical score that hit in all the right places. Produced by Cake Mix Recordings from lead music engineer Bruce Faulkner, the show would carry on with some really great music throughout the rest of its 291 episode run. The primary composer, Mike Smith, along with Scott Morgan and Julius Dobos, have their hands in synthesizing hundreds upon hundreds of tracks that carry on throughout the series. However, when Dragon Ball Z had ended, numerous copyright lawsuits had severed ties between Faulkner Studios and Funimation. Thus, when Funimation had returned to dub the first 2 seasons, a new score was written in by Nathan Johnson. The inconsistency with the first 2 seasons and the last 7 created a jarring feeling of the overall show. It just didn't match up very well. I feel like there's not enough love for the American Faulkner score, and I feel like there's a strong missed opportunity to not be able to watch the first 60-some episodes without it. It's a completely different experience. You know, it's not like I'm trying to knock on the Japanese score or the alternate American score, but this was the version I grew up with. First, I removed the background music. This is the 5.1 surround audio mix, so in Premiere, I can mess around with the audio channels. Afterward, the next step is inserting the music. It can be easily difficult to find the right appropriate tracks. Sometimes I have to edit a track just right to make it fit in and feel appropriate. I can get a lot of creative roadblocks, and sometimes I wish I had my own critics. Once it's all in place, you just have to make sure that the volume is just right. Not too loud and not too quiet. Sometimes, when I erase audio channels, some sound effects go with it, so I also have to find myself reinserting sound effects into each little bit. And I also have to make sure that those are the right volume as well.
Just throw the darn thing, will ya? Just throw the darn thing, will ya?
It's a long process per episode, and the end result? goal is to make sure that these episodes sound like how they might have sounded if Faulkner Productions had edited them back in the day.
What? What?
I've tried to share these episodes online, but strict anime copyright laws prohibit me from posting on places like YouTube. But at least on Facebook, I've managed to reach out and gain the attention of some of the gentlemen who composed the original music back in 1999. It's a really cool feeling. It's accomplishing. It's basically a hobby of mine, but it's something I feel a little bit of passion for. I like to do it. It's fun. No big deal. And I hope to create a new viewing experience for anyone who's interested in watching them.